What's up with it, y'all? I'm not finna waste no time in this video. We gonna get straight to it. But do me a favor and hit my like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subbed to the channel. So this is something that I've been telling, everybody for a long time. Terence Crawford and his whole team was running around saying F-Al Haymon, F the PBC, F them boys over there. We don't want to do no business with them. We don't want to do nothing with them. Now, I know a lot of people going to say, well, you never heard Terence Crawford say that. Well, Bomac was going around and he was saying it on several different platforms. FPBC, F-Al Haymon. And he actually came on my platform and said it, and that was his motto. Them boys ain't getting paid over there. And he was just always dogging the PBC and Al Haymon every chance that he got. Also, like I said, Terence Crawford was saying the same things. I was hearing it from his people. His own family was saying, yeah, he don't want nothing to do with the PBC. He feel like F-Al Haymon. He don't like Al Haymon, and all of that. Just the whole ordeal that went on with the two sides of the streets on how Al Haymon and Bob Arum, they couldn't come together and they couldn't get a deal done, or they couldn't work together to make the fight between Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. But for some reason, Terence Crawford, he felt some towards Al Haymon. He felt that Al Haymon was trying to basically blackball him out. But he decided to sign with Bob Arum. And I guess, down the line, he realized that, right? But the whole time they was going on this F-Al Haymon and FPBC, right, rampage, I was always saying, hey, they better chill out. All of that stuff is going to come back to haunt them because they eventually going to need Al Haymon, PBC, and Showtime. They eventually gonna need them, right? And everybody was telling me, you don't know what you talking about. They don't need no Al Haymon. They don't need no PBC and all of that. Now, tables have turned, right? Now we fast forward to today and we see Terence Crawford, in order to get his biggest guarantee, his biggest payday, he needs Al Haymon and Showtime in the PBC. Like I've been telling people. And so my thing is you need to watch what you say to people in high places. Because especially in this boxing game, you never know when you gonna need them. And now we see that Terence Crawford needs them to make it happen, right? And I know Terence Crawford is kind of nonchalant, saying that he don't need Errol Spence and he's already a Hall of Famer and this, and that. But at the end of the day, if you're a boxing fan, right, not just a fan of a certain fighter, if you're a boxing fan, every boxing fan knows that every great fighter needs that great fight to solidify them. Yeah, you could talk about the Hall of Fame all day. Sylvester Stallone is in the Boxing Hall of Fame. Mickey Ward and Attilo Gotti, guys like that, they wasn't great, but they're in the Boxing Hall of Fame. And the only reason a lot of those fighters was nowhere near great, right? Nowhere near great. A lot of these fighters in the Boxing Hall of Fame was nowhere near great. Nowhere near the level of a Terence Crawford, right? As far as boxing skills and everything that comes with it. But they're in the Hall of Fame and people remember them because of their great fights that they had. Win, lose, or draw. But Crawford don't have that. So yeah, you can go in the Hall of Fame today, but how many people gonna remember you 15, 20 years from now? They don't have a fight to go back to remember you by. Now, you can argue the Sean Porter fight, but that's an argument. That's an argument. Now, Terence Crawford needs this Errol Spence fight to solidify his legacy so people can go back and remember him for a great fight 20 years from now, a great rivalry. You don't want to be remembered as that guy that never fought nobody. that never fought a top A-level opponent in their prime, you don't want to be remembered as that guy. Trust me, you don't. And so all of this Hall of Fame stuff, it sounds good, but you need this Errol Spence fight, right? For that reason. Yeah, you don't need it to become rich. You already rich. You don't need it to get in the Hall of Fame. You could retire today and be in the Hall of Fame. But deep down inside, you know you need it for this reason that I'm speaking on. And so you need Al Haymon. You need Al Haymon to come through. Yeah, Steven Espinosa's the head of Showtime, but all that shit go through Al Haymon at the end of the day. So you could be as close with Floyd Mayweather as you want. Floyd Mayweather don't run nothing. He don't run nothing. I don't care how close you done got with Floyd Mayweather. If that was the case, Floyd Mayweather would have already came out of his pocket and said, you know what? Don't worry about Steven Espinosa and Showtime. I'm going to go ahead and pay you out of my bank account. And I'm going to give you the money that you want up front out of my bank account. Because I know I'll recoup that right back. But Floyd Mayweather hasn't done that. So you need Al Haymon. And you can't talk bad about a man and then turn around and stick your hand out and expect him to help you. See, that's the problem. I knew it was going to come down to this. We got fans in the BPC, the Blood Protection Committee, right? They running around talking about, oh, they need to pay that man. Pay him what he asking for. But never bring up the fact that he said, F that man. Fuck PBC. Fuck Showtime. Fuck Al Haymon. Right? His whole team, they was running around saying that. His whole team. Now you need them. And so when you hear, what y'all call low offers coming back for Terence Crawford, what y'all expect? Did y'all expect them to cater to Terence Crawford and to try to take care of him and put him on a pedestal after him and his team was talking bad about them? Y'all don't think that Al Haymon knows this? Y'all don't think that the word then bending got back to Al Haymon? Y'all don't think that Al Haymon ain't heard Bomac say F him out of his own mouth? So, you can't burn a bridge with somebody and then expect them to basically pick you up, give you a handout. And I'm not saying that, paying Terence Crawford is a handout, but I am saying doing him a favor. And the only reason that we even able to talk about this fight and talk about PBC and Al Haymon and everybody on that side trying to make this fight happen is because of Errol the Truth Spence. Yeah, EJ, the big fish, Mr. Man Down, that nigga with the shag. That's the only reason that we even able to talk about this fight happening. Because EJ, he's went to Al Haymon, Steven Espinosa, Showtime, right? He's went to them and said, hey, do what y'all got to do to make this fight happen. I want this fight. Do me that favor. Because if it wasn't for him demanding and begging for this fight behind the scenes, they don't give a damn about Terence Crawford. I'm pretty sure they feel like, hey, if it's fuck us, it's fuck you too. Straight up and down like that. That's how man move. If it's F me, it's F you too. Ain't no favors. We ain't paying you shit. We don't even want to do business with you. Right? You're not going to slander my name, run with a whole campaign and slander my fighter's name, trying to pretend that he's ducking you and he's the problem that this fight is not happening. Then you turn around and say, fuck me and fuck my company. And then you expect me to do upstanding business with you? You expect me to get you the highest payday of your career? Nah, that ain't how it work. And that's why you don't burn bridges, because you never know how it might come back to haunt you. Now, do I want this fight to happen? Yeah, I want the fight to happen. But I'm sick of the back and forth. And I can't say, well, just pay the man. Just pay the man. Because nah, if I'm Al Haymon, if I'm Steven Espinoza, if I'm them dudes, after hearing what Terence Crawford and his team has said how he feels about me, I'm not paying him shit. It is what it is. Hit the like button, sub to the channel, and let me know how y'all would move in this situation. Let me know how y'all think. Like I said, man, yeah, I want the fight to happen. But at this point, after all this back and forth and stuff, if the fight don't happen, man, it just don't happen. I'ma still live, I'ma still survive and go about my day. Hit the like button and sub to the channel.